Next thing, I need to create a data validation or a list or a drop down for all my players. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do, I'm just put down the schedule right here. Schedule. And then I'll have my game load. I'll have my 3 EMA, acute. Jesus, cannot type. My 21 EMA for my chronic. Acute chronic workload ratio, and then my upper threshold, and then my lower threshold. Just like that. These boxes up here, I'm going to highlight them all, and I'm going to merge them. Inside this box, I'm going to click the box. I'm going to go up here to data, data validation. I'm going to add a rule. We create a list, drop down from a range. Click this 4 square looking box thing right here. It's going to make me select the range. So the range I'm trying to choose are all my players. Just like that. Hit OK. It shows you my drop down, what it looks like right there. Hit done. So now when I come over here, I want to center all this stuff too, so that way it's legible. So make it nice and big. I want to center it vertically and horizontally. So when I come over here and I select this drop down, it gives me all my players right there. Player 4. Okay, now what I need this to do is I need these game loads to populate over here depending on the player. Okay, so how we're going to do that is we're going to use HLOOKUP. Before I do HLOOKUP, I'm going to copy and paste my schedule. Over to schedule. We're going to do an HLOOKUP for each of these cells on the way down. And so what that means is I need this cell to reference this player from this row. So when I type this formula in, 53 should pop up for right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go equals HLOOKUP HLOOKUP open parenthesis. I need to reference this first cell right here. Okay, it's going to be super important. So we want to give that, I'm going to lock that reference in, so give that some dollar signs. Then after that, after we got that cell locked in, I need to come over here to my formula or my data. And I need to highlight all of that, comma. Now I need to reference the second row here. Second row right on this gain A -3, gain A -3. It should pop up as 0. So I need to say 2, comma, false, equals. And now I get a 0. And so manually, I need to come down. Well, first thing, I need to lock in this range right here. just like that. Then I can come over here and drag it all the way down. And now all this is telling me that everything's referencing player 4 and row number 2, right? But I need this game day -2 to reference this third row right here. So what I have to do, I go in manually, I highlight that, and it's kind of tedious, but it will save you in the long run. I need to go row 3, enter. Next one, I need to go row 4, enter. Row 5, enter. Row 6, enter. Cool. So how do you double check yourself? So say I want to enter, we're still on player 4. Let me go over here. I'll go to January 10th, game day -1. I'll type in 60, just type in a random number, and it should populate over here. Okay, that's how you know you're in the right spot. So it's important to make sure that your rows are corresponding to the rows over in your data set. Okay. Then from there, you can go ahead and create your EMA table, just like we did before. I'll do it real fast. Equals, you take your, sorry, this first one's got to be 0. Gotta start flat. And so what we'll do is calculate our EMAs. Equals, yeah. There we go. And so once you have all that, and just over time, you can insert your data week by week, practice by practice, just like I just showed you here. Every single day we come in, we take all the players' game scores that we created, come over here to our sheet, insert or transpose our new data across each day, and then it populates over here, and we just continue to drag these down. So if I were to do one more, let's put something over here on player 2. So player 2 had a 50, and then call it a 65 for the game. Day after we took a break, so we're off, call it a 0. Right? It doesn't pop up on player 4. But if we go over here to player 2, those scores pop up. And once my formulas are listed all the way down here, there we go. There's my new EMAs, my 21, so on and so forth. And to create that ratio, divide 3 over 21 equals, can't do a 0 obviously, but if you drag this, oh Jesus, drag all that down, then you start to get your ratios there, just like that. Where are my thresholds? 0.8, 1.3, and I showed you all this in the other video, but just like that. And then from here, I'll show you this in a different video, but from here, then we can take this graph or this table right here, and we can create graphs over here. And I'll show you all that in the next video. All right, that's all I got right now. That's how you create the individual player workload table. You got your 3 EMA, your 21 EMA, your ACWR, your thresholds, and then next video we're going to take all this here and we're going to create a nice graph over here so you can get a visual of it, because looking at all these numbers can get tiresome and confusing, but the graph will make it much easier to show representation of how fatigued and how fit or prepared your athletes are for their workloads respectively. Other than that, like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next video when we build these graphs.